Hello everyone. I am so excited to be hosting this information session for you all. So my name is Kate Solomon and I'm an independent consultant and vice president with Arbonne, and I've had my business now for about 4.5 years. So the intention for this video is to share a little bit about me and my background and what taking a huge perceived leap of faith and starting this business has given me, as well as share with you a little bit about this incredible business opportunity in the event it piques your interest and could actually be a fit for you or someone that you know. So what I would love for you to do in the next 20 minutes is to listen to me with an open mind and an open heart, as this opportunity could completely transform your life as it has mine and so many others. But first, why is someone like me doing something like this? Well, 5 years ago, I was a HR manager and I absolutely loved what I did, but I just didn't truly know if this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I'm not sure if you can relate to what I'm about to say, but I have always been so envious of people who knew what they wanted to do when they grew up. So I literally fell into my HR career almost by accident and I became really comfortable. However, although I absolutely loved what I did, there was never really ever enough money, or more importantly, enough time to actually consistently and regularly do the things that we always wanted to do. My job was scheduled in my diary first, as I was obviously expected at work at a certain time each day, and I had to work until a certain time each day. That's life. And I was essentially exchanging an hour of income for an hour of pay. And I don't know if your job was like mine, but I often worked much longer than the 40 hours I was being paid to work, as we do, because, there was always work to do and I always had deadlines. So this just basically meant every day there was early starts and late finishes, as my life and my family were really scheduled around my corporate career. And I guess this is life and it's widely accepted as the norm, right? However, for me, I just felt like every week was the same and every month was the same. And I felt like I was just rushing everywhere I went and I was never truly present. I mean, I was obviously physically there with my kids and with my friends and my work colleagues, but I was just always mentally elsewhere, thinking of the 100 other things that I had to do. I don't know if anyone can relate to this. But I now recognise, with a little hindsight, that I was just completely stuck on this hamster wheel of life. So I was actually introduced to Arbonne through my friend from my mother's group who hosted a party. And after initially I was totally resisted to try the products, as I was awkwardly only there for the free champagne and food, I did actually end up trying the products and I completely fell in love with them. So granted, I was coming from a pretty low base, as I was actually using liquid hand soap to wash my face. So awkward to say that out loud. And I didn't wear any makeup or use any supplements or nutrition products at all. But the quality of my skincare, the quality of these skincare products completely blew me away. And I immediately noticed and saw a difference in my skin. So as a bit of a side note, if you are watching this video and you have not yet tried the products, please insist that the person who asked you to watch this video get you some of the products to try, as they are hands down the best on the market. So now I think it's really important to clarify at this point that I was actually not looking for this business when it landed in my lap. And when my same friend from my mother's group who had the party started her own Arbonne business, I thought she had literally lost her mind, as not only was she 35 weeks pregnant with her second child, she was also a senior marketing executive, and I thought she was just much smarter than that. You see, I thought this business was a scam, and I thought that only people who couldn't get a real job did things like this. So why on earth would she want to do it? But I guess it was through my friend that I met a whole bunch of other men and women who actually were also consultants, and I was completely blown away by the incredibly intelligent people that I was meeting, and from all different backgrounds. So there was pharmacists, veterinary physicians, corporate lawyers, recruitment consultants, stay-at-home mums, marketing managers, personal trainers, nutritionists, and other business owners. And they were all incredibly smart and incredibly driven people, and all having amazing success in their Arbonne business. So after attending an information session about the opportunity, much like what you're listening to tonight, but on a bit of a bigger scale, what I heard were and I received were the answers to my million questions, and my skepticism reduced even further. So I began to think, what if this could work for me? Like, what if I could have more time? What if my kids didn't have to be the first ones dropped off at childcare every single day and be one of the last to leave? What if I could be rewarded for my effort? Because I worked hard in my corporate career. So if I could put a little bit of effort into something like this, what if I could actually earn some really awesome extra cash? You know, more what if questions went through my head, like what if I could earn myself a free holiday? I'll give you more about that in a minute. What if I could surround myself with people who were like-minded, like a tribe of amazing people with similar values? So what I did is I did my due diligence and I got educated on what this thing actually was and realized I was actually incredibly incorrect in my assumptions. The business is not a scam. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's actually an incredibly smart business that rewards you for your effort and something that literally anyone from any background can do. You don't have to be a salesperson. You don't have to be a beauty therapist. You don't have to know a stack of people. And you certainly don't have to have any experience in either using the products or having had a business before. So I decided to jump in despite working full-time hours, having 2 kids under 3 years old, and literally only having started a brand new job as a HR manager 2 weeks earlier. I literally knew nothing and I was so bad when I started and I had so many fears. I thought I could combust. However, despite my initial fears, my massive amounts of skepticism and my self-doubt, I just simply did everything that I was trained to do by my mentors, and the business has rewarded me beyond my wildest expectations. It's brought me home to my family only a year after starting, having almost replaced my 6-figure salary. And rather than only being able to buy what we needed, I can now buy what I want. I no longer have to exchange time for money, as once I introduce my clients to these amazing products and they fall in love with them like I have, they continue to want them and then they reorder the products themselves and I don't have to pick, pack or post them and go to the post office. Arbonne does all of this for me and I'll share more about that shortly. So I can essentially be at the park with my kids or at their school doing reading or other volunteer or philanthropic work, I can never say that right, philanthropic work, and be rewarded for my initial referrals as my clients can shop online themselves while I'm off doing other things. So the time leverage that you get with this business is totally game changing. And whilst I didn't start this business to earn the free holidays that are on the table, I have actually been so grateful to have earned 3 international incentive trips. So my family and I have been to Fiji, to the Caribbean, and also to New York. And I don't share this with you to say I'm amazing. I share this with you to show you what's possible, on how simple the business model is, because believe me, if I can do this, so can you. So if you haven't already worked out, I am incredibly passionate about this business, and why I love sharing my story and this business opportunity with people is because the business has given me time. It's given me time with my family and in particular with my kids. I am there for all the drop-offs and pickups. You know, I'm there for all the school activities and reading time. I don't have to juggle things during the school holidays, which we've got coming up this at the end of this week. And I've been able to help my oldest son and my middle daughter transition into their first year of school completely effortlessly. And I have since had my 3rd baby, so I'm home now with him, and I have so much time with my kids. I'm actually desperate to get out of the house, but I am truly grateful for my leap of faith because it has and will continue to reward me beyond my expectations. So now that you've heard a brief little bit about me and my background, I'd love to share with you a little bit about Arbonne as a company. So Arbonne is actually a 37-year-old botanically based health and wellness company with this incredible Swiss heritage. And you probably recognise anything Swiss is really revered for its quality, whether it's Swiss Army knives, Swiss watches, Swiss chocolate, Swiss men, they're quite nice as well. It really is exceptional quality, and Arbonne as a brand really, having had this incredible Swiss heritage, exemplifies that. So what this essentially means, in addition to the incredible quality, is the company also has a very, very strong foundation built on research, growth and stability, as well as the best products. And it was founded by a guy named Peter Mork, and he really wanted, with his vision, to create extraordinary products that ordinary people could afford, using pure ingredients that combine the best of science and nature, and products that actually deliver results that are vegan, formulated without gluten, and contain nothing harmful. And this is a massive point of difference, as previously I had never ever turned over the back of the bottles of the products that I was using and I was using on my kids to see what I was actually putting on our skin, because I assumed that everything that was sold in Australia was safe for use. And I'm now so grateful that I have actually got some education and done a whole lot of research and been trained on what's actually in products, because they've completely transformed my outlook on everything. And I'm now able to actually educate others too about the top 6 ingredients that are actually for sale in products that are available in supermarkets, chemists, and also department stores. So Arbonne's brand philosophy is built around these beautiful 3 pillars, or our philosophy is built on around pure, safe, and beneficial. And as I said, this is something I kind of took for granted, but I'm so grateful for, because I no longer need to even think about the products being safe that I'm purchasing, because I know that they're the best and they contain no nasty ingredients, as well as give your skin the most incredible benefit. And you might know, if you're watching this video, that your consultant probably has incredible skin, and I like to think mine's not so bad myself, and it's just because I use incredible products that give my skin a benefit. So Arbonne have a wide range of consumable products, ranging from skincare to nutrition to personal care, hair care, and makeup. And these are products that we're using every single day. So from a business perspective, it makes complete sense to be involved in a company that has a consumable product that's used by everyone every day and made up from products that run out and need to be repurchased. So it's not like we wake up one day and decide to stop using sunscreen or putting on deodorant or even stop washing our hair. We all use these products and purchase more when they run out. So our founder, Petter, also wanted, you have to excuse my husband, he's like totally trying to like sneak past. Don't just love it when you go live. All sorts of things happen. My daughter's having like a nightmare at the moment, so sorry about that. Oh, so embarrassing. Anyway, he's sorting her out, so she's fine. But our founder, Petter, also wanted to attach these exceptional products. I think this is where I was going. Yeah, our founder, Petter, wanted to attach these exceptional products to a business that could actually help people change their lives by selling them through what's called a direct sales model and not through retail chains. So this not only keeps the costs down, but it's a business model which we all actually do without even thinking every single day. So when I use these products for the first time, as you've heard earlier, I absolutely love them. And when we typically have a great experience about something or someone or a product or anything really that we do in our general life, we actually naturally tell people about them. And this is why Facebook is so powerful, because if you need a cleaner or you need a handyman, all you need to do is pop up a little post on your Facebook feed requesting a referral, and boom, you have a heap of trusted recommendations from your friends and family. And that's all social marketing or network marketing actually is. It is literally just word of mouth referrals and recommendations, because we recommend things all the time. So restaurants we've eaten in, films we've seen, cafes that serve great coffee, or products we've used, and companies that give exceptional service. But we actually normally do it free of charge, and only the business owners benefit from our recommendation. Whereas in social marketing or network marketing, which is the industry Arbonne are in, we actually get a thank you check from Arbonne when someone takes up our recommendation, goes online and purchases these products, and then those products are delivered directly to their door. So there are essentially 4 ways you can earn an income in Arbonne. 1, when you share products and someone buys them, you get a commission from that, which is super cool. It's like instant income. You don't have to wait. And Arbonne are just introducing a weekly pay cycle, which is so cool. So you do get right now money. The second way is based on how much product you sell, you can actually receive a cash bonus every single month, ranging from $250 through to $750. So you don't have to wait for your once a year bonus that's often actually also based on the company's success. You are in control of whether or not you get a bonus every single month. The third way is Arbonne actually also rewards success in our business with a cash bonus that essentially pays for a white Mercedes-Benz. And this is from the 3rd and 4th level, and there are only 4 levels in Arbonne, which is super cool, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the cash bonus program to pay for this white Mercedes-Benz is something I never started the business for, because I thought only the special people got a white car. But now that I have one, I got mine after 18 months in this business, I now want everyone to be able to get theirs, because the car is so cool, and it's even cooler that Arbonne are paying for it. And the 4th way is to earn an income in Arbonne is Arbonne actually don't employ people to train their consultants. So they don't have like a field training team. It actually is the people in the field's responsibility, so my responsibility and other consultants' responsibility, to actually coach, mentor, teach and train our teams. And we actually do all of this training within an existing and really well-established training frameworks. So when we have people join our team, we actually get paid by Arbonne to teach and train our team members to be successful. So the more successful we can make our team through our coaching and mentoring and training programs, the more income they're going to generate, and then the more money Arbonne actually pays us as a thank you for our field training. It is genius because there's no limit to the number of people that we can train. And this is the complete opposite in a corporate structure, because our team is like really finite and limited. And yes, as a team leader, you're paid more money, but you can only lead and help a very specific amount of people, whereas in Arbonne, it's unlimited. And the other thing I love about this business is that this is a global opportunity that can be built from your smartphone wherever you are in any of the countries that Arbonne operate in. So if you love travel, like me, you can travel to all of the countries that we're currently operating in, and the trip is a tax deduction. Winning! So we are currently in Australia, New Zealand, America, the UK, Poland, and Taiwan, and we have further expansion plans. So who do you know in each of these countries, or who do you know who knows someone in each of these countries? Because you can essentially build a global business there right now. As long as you have a smartphone and Wi-Fi, you can build a successful business. And because this business is online, it means that there is no commuting to and from work, or getting stuck on public transport an hour each way each day, or getting, just essentially having to have that, commute however long it is. Like, I literally commute from my bedroom to my office, which is in my kitchen, and or to a cafe if the weather is nice. Like, that is my commute. And as your business grows, you get to truly choose how you spend your time, and it can give you the freedom to live the life you want to live. Like, how cool is it that I get to work at a cafe on some really nice days like today? It was 29 degrees in Melbourne. And we also get given these, or we get to earn, we don't get given anything, like we do get a lot of stuff, but we don't get given the trips. You actually have to earn them. But we do get the ability to earn incredible incentive trips. I've already shared the trips that I've been so grateful to have earned in my time in the company. And the next trip that many consultants are totally gunning for is to Hawaii in October of this year. Like, would you like to go to Hawaii? Because I'm totally going. So you can see we get to have so much fun. And I almost forgot, we get to travel to Vegas every single year for our global conference in around April. So we're all heading off there in about a month's time. Again, it's an awesome tax deductible holiday. Like, it's super cool. And at the top of the company, which I mentioned before, is that fourth level, as we have a really flat leadership structure. They have the opportunity every single year to go to Maui in Hawaii in January with you and your partner or loved one for our annual leadership retreat. Like, how cool is that? No company I've ever worked for has ever had a leadership retreat that they've paid for, flights and everything, in Maui. Like, amazing. So this is an effort-based business, as I mentioned earlier, and you ultimately get to decide how big you want your business to be. So you can treat it as a hobby and earn $500 a month, or treat it as a serious business and earn over $20,000 a month on average. Like, I just want to let that idea sit. Like, $20,000, it's gangster level money per month. And that's just the average income. Just think about what you could do with that money. Like, for me, when I get to that level, which I'm so excited to get to, I know that I can just go to my children's primary school and volunteer, like, ask the principal who are the 10 families that are struggling the most, and just like anonymously pay for all their school fees and their excursion levies and their swimming lessons and everything, because I can. Like, I don't need $20,000 a month. And so all of this extra philanthropic, I can never say that name, philanthropic work, like something, a value that I'm really trying to instill in my children, I can demonstrate that through continuing to invest in others, because I can with my gangster level income. And that's something that I'm so, so excited about. However, what I truly love the most about Arbonne, putting the commission aside, is just the incredible community of people that we're surrounded by. Like, you truly feel a part of something in Arbonne. You're surrounded by the most amazing, like-minded people, and I feel like I've finally found my tribe. Like, people that I can just be my authentic, sometimes a little bit crazy self around, without the fear of judgment, or like the, being expected to conform to standard and corporate expectations. So this business can truly change your life. So if you would like to hear or learn more, like, please get back in contact with the person that has invited you into this information session, because they can actually share a lot more detail than I have today. And if you have any hesitations, please know that this is completely normal. My fears were that I wouldn't have enough time, I didn't know enough people, I didn't want to be like that person that everyone avoided at social gatherings, and I also had zero experience, and I totally didn't think that I'd be any good at this. So if you can relate to any of these points, then please know that I actually completely understand how you feel, as I felt exactly the same way. I would just encourage you to connect with your gut on this opportunity. So if you have a bit of a feeling or something that I've said has resonated and you're thinking, maybe this could work for me, then please follow that feeling and ask all of the questions that you have to the person that asked you to join me online, because this business is really about dreaming big. So I want to finish by asking you 2 questions. The first question is, where will you be in 5 years' time if you continue to do exactly what you're doing today? Because you need to make a change for something to change. And this is what most people don't do. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Because Arbonne could be the opportunity that you might not have known that you were looking for. And the second question is, if I was to take away your main source of income right now, how long would you survive, or you and your family survive on your savings? Because that for me nearly 5 years ago was like, what savings? I don't have any savings. There's a lot of us stuck on this hamster wheel that I mentioned, and we're just surviving, we're not thriving. The money is there, but the month ends and the money ends at the same time, and then the next month starts and you go through the same process again. It is truly incredible what you can do if you just take a big leap of faith and make a change. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, what if this doesn't work? I would love you to flip that question and ask yourself, what if it does? There are so many examples of success in this business, so dream really big. Because if you have kids who are under 5 years old, you'd recognize that they can dream so big and think that they can do anything they want. But just somewhere along the way in life, we learn to stop dreaming big and we settle. We only have one life. So I urge you just to listen to your gut, just jump in and just go for it. Ask your consultant how you can get started. Don't overthink it. You know, let's get really clear here. We're actually not asking someone for a second kidney or taking out a second mortgage. This is your chance to play really big and just completely take charge and create your own destiny. You do have a pen to write the rest of your life, so I really encourage you to make it a happy ending. So thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope to see you at an Arbonne event in the future. Bye for now.